Good morning everyone and welcome to World of Sport replay on this rather historic day of sport here on Channel 7. Hope you can stay with us for the next 4 hours for what's certain to be some great sporting entertainment. World of Sport replay coming up for the next hour, and as usual we'll be trying to find you a winner in the weeks to come like we have done for so many years. And then of course at 11 o'clock it's the final edition of World of Sport, episode 1355, and that's 11 o'clock until 2 o'clock. Hope you can stay with us. There's going to be some of the familiar faces from years gone by, and we look forward to your company right throughout the day. Let's have a look at Tats Lotto from last night. First of all, draw number 591. Over $1.5 million in the pool. It's 8, 10, 14, 29, 35 and 38. Supplementary numbers 21 and 34. And in Super 66, over $500,000 in the pool there, and it was 4, 4, 1, 5, 4 and 9. A big card of racing yesterday at Flemington. Duke of Norfolk Stakes Day. Back with the action after this break. At Flemington, the first event was the Noble Law Steeplechase and the favourite Rotoma King at 3 to 1. Your commentator is the accurate one, Bill Collins.
And they're racing. They jumped pretty well. My Hutch beat them out. Sing for Supper dropped out 2 lengths last. Going through on the inside, Misty Leap's going to be one of the leaders as they come to the first. In fact, it's just in front of Skyros over it from Rotoma King. They were followed by My Hutch Deep. Sing for Supper's got right up on the rails to be second. Out wide, High Castle and the Builder is next, and then came Lawfaloo in a tightly bunched field. At the second, Misty Leap about 1.5 lengths in front of Sing for Supper. It's Scraping Paint second now. They're followed by Skyros and My Hutch the outside as they go over the next. Then about 2.5 to High Castle. They were followed then by the Builder, Rotoma King, and a couple of lengths away, Lawfaloo. Down to the next in the straight, Misty Leap led a little over 2 to Sing for Supper. Third is Skyros, My Hutch fourth, about 3 lengths away, High Castle. On the inside of it as they go to the next one, they're all over it safely. There is the Builder, about 5 lengths Rotoma King, and then about 3 lengths to Lawfaloo. Last in the straight, Misty Leap led to it. Put in a shorty, got over at 1.5 lengths, Sing for Supper. Third, Skyros, 1 length to My Hutch. Then 2 lengths away behind them, High Castle. 1.5 lengths further back, the Builder on its inside, Rotoma King, and about 4 lengths to Lawfaloo. They go past the 2,000, the first of the Maribyrnong coming up, and Misty Leap given its head led about 3, but didn't jump it so well. Sing for Supper's jumping perfectly, 1.5 lengths now behind it. 2.5 further back, Skyros as they go to the next one. And then came 2 to My Hutch, followed on the inside by High Castle. 3 or 4 to Rotoma King, moving up to join the Builder, and about 5 or 6 lengths Lawfaloo. Over the next of the Maribyrnong, Misty Leap just led. Sing for Supper jumped up to almost join it. 2.5 Skyros travelling well. Then My Hutch and High Castle on the inside as they went over the next one. Misty Leap's hit nearly every fence. Now 6 lengths behind the main bunch came Rotoma King going past the Builder, and about 4 lengths away last Lawfaloo. Going out on the outside of the course proper towards the Abattoirs now, and Sing for Supper on the rails. Join Misty Leap again. 2 to Skyros, who's had a very good run, and 1 to My Hutch. 1.5 lengths High Castle coming to the first of the Abattoirs, where Sing for Supper went to the lead. Rotoma King making some ground from the Builder as they go over the second of the Abattoirs, and Lawfaloo's just having a look around about 8 lengths away last. As they go towards the last of the Abattoirs, Sing for Supper over it. About 2 lengths Skyros, who looked the danger. 3 lengths Misty Leap's had it. Then My Hutch, hard-ridden. Rotoma King making ground now from High Castle, and 2 lengths away then at the head of the others, the Builder, as they come to the double past the 1,000, and about 3 lengths to Lawfaloo. Over that safely, the second of the double, Sing for Supper, 1.5 lengths in front. Oh, he hit it hard. My Hutch went up second, Skyros struggling. Rotoma King making its run around the outside of them, and High Castle's battling on in the centre. Long gap, Lawfaloo starting to run on for the last. Here's the second last. Sing for Supper just led over it from My Hutch. Rotoma King out very wide was next. Skyros under the whip with High Castle, and Lawfaloo starting to run on out wide on the track. Sing for Supper led into the straight. 1 to jump about 1/2 length. My Hutch is under pressure. This lead is still going well. Then Rotoma King, and the lasses bringing Lawfaloo with a good run from High Castle. At the last, Sing for Supper the leader. 1/2 length to My Hutch, 4 to Rotoma King, and then Lawfaloo. Sing for Supper led, drifting out, got 1.5 lengths in front of My Hutch. Rotoma King, it's running on, and Lawfaloo's making a good run, but it might be just too late. Sing for Supper clear, holding them safely with 100 to go. He's hanging out, but he's going to win. Sing for Supper drifting off the track, goes on to score well. A winning margin's going to be about 2 lengths. Close for the minors. Rotoma King maybe a nose in front of My Hutch. Lawfuloo's battled on for fourth, a long gap further back, High Castle. Then Sky Ross, who tired badly from the builder. And the other one has broken down, I think, Misty Leap.
Sing for Supper, successful in the first event, 13-4 from Rodimer King, 3-1 and favourite in My Hutch at 4s. The Gibson Carmichael race 2 and the favourite Trista Gold at 9-4.
They're racing first attempt. Tara Path jumped out in front of Sister Shirley. Getting away well, going around the outside of them is Mount Buller early, and Celtic Spirit up with the lead too when they settle down Pontifico. Mr. Magnum's looking for the lead with Solar Princess, and Square Deal trying to head them all off. They're going like the wind. Sister Shirley got a check as they came over, and Mr. Magnum and Square Deal settle down in front of Swift Invite. On the outside, Solar Princess, a length further back then, Lord Westminster is going up nicely. Hidden Power might be a bit of strife in between that pair. It's rough, a length and a half, Sister Shirley, Tara Path. They were followed then by Trista Gold, making ground round the outside of the next bunch, including Mount Buller. And what a performance around them, and a length further back, Celtic Spirit, who's lost ground. Back along the inside behind those horses, Tasso. Miami Vice is back third last. It's well out of it. Going around them is Herc's Way, and tailed off is Adarab. Down by the 700 near the turn, and the leader now Square Deal. From on the outside, Mount Buller going up quickly, Solar Princess the centre. Hidden Power and Mr. Magnum the rails. Tara Path and Lord Westminster are both handy. Then what a performance out wide on the track, and Trista Gold in the centre. Lord Westminster went up to tackle Solar Princess and Square Deal into the straight. A length and a half to Hidden Power. Then came Swift Invite. Down the outside, Tasso, Sister Shirley trying to bullock out. Trista Gold can't win. Square Deal led a length and a half under the whip. It kicked away from Lord Westminster. Holding it at bay, and they're clear of Sister Shirley and Trista Gold. Now Lord Westminster making ground, and Sister Shirley flying. Square Deal still in front. Lord Westminster lunging at it. It's going to get it. Yes! Lord Westminster ahead to Square Deal. 3/4 of a length to Sister Shirley third. They were followed by Pontifico, Trista Gold, Hidden Power. They're followed further back by Miami Vice in that pack of horses. With them was What a Performance, Celtic Spirit, Solar Princess, Swift Invite, Tara Path, Tasso. Mr. Magnum, Adarab is one of the last home. Mount Buller also dropped out of it. Gold Ranger, it's finished up about 7th or 8th.
Punched out by Gary Willits, Lord Westminster at 6-1, Square Deal 8, Sister Shirley 7s, Trista Gold the favourite unplaced at 9-4. In the third, the Robertson Handicap, the popular pick Hot Shoes at 2-1.
They set their racing. Hot Shoes jumped reasonably, knuckled a little bit on landing, and Menina was the first to get going. From on the outside, Hot Shoes going very fast now towards the leaders. On the inside, Sea Actress. Whisket is about 6th or 7th early. Can't go the pace. Gallica Rose the outside, and Mrs. Soffel coming right across from the outside. Squires Blomley in behind them. Then Cindy's Bobs and Regal Ballerina, one of the last with Wirilgi. At about the 500 metre mark now, and Hot Shoes is joined in front here by, on the outside of it, Gallica Rose. On the inside, Menina still there, and they're followed by Mrs. Soffel. Whisket pulled out very wide, but under the whip to get a crack at them, and then Squires Blomley, followed by Jet Seeker. Hot Shoes went up on the outside and was just the leader. Mrs. Soffel coming at it. Whisket running on fairly well with Ace Trim coming into the picture. Hot Shoes in front of the 200 metres. Mrs. Soffel and Whisket. There's a fall there with 100 to go. Jet Seeker's down. Hot Shoes in front near the line from Whisket, and Hot Shoes is going to win. Whisket has run second. Flying home, Regal Ballerina might have got third. Just in front of Mrs. Soffel, Ace Trim, who didn't have much luck, and then Cindy Bobs. Willigiri, and they were followed further back then by Menina, which stopped from Gallica Rose. Squires Blomley is one of the last home with Sea Actress, and let's have a look down there at the rider of Jet Seeker. He's lying on the ground. The horse is okay.
Here's the favourite Hot Shoes home at 2-1. In the third, from Whisket 5-2, Regal Ballerina at 50-1. The Duke of Norfolk Stakes was the main race, event 4. Equal favourites Rising Fear and Trade Line at 2-1.
The tendon gets in, and away they go. They've jumped away in a pretty good even line. Nothing wanting to lead, and Touch of Finesse is going to take over from Mandator and Search Warrant, Rising Fear, Trade Line, Pegama Guess. Out wide are now Royal Ravelli's headed them all off, and eased out to last Star Tryst with Lord Julian and Wholesome on the rails. Secret Diamond just in front of them. Onto the course proper the first time now. Royal Ravelli, a length and a half to Trade Line, who's pulling hard on the outside. On its inside, Touch of Finesse, 2.5 lengths, Rising Fear fourth. A length and a half, Search Warrant, Pegama Guess, then Secret Diamond, followed by Mandator. A length to Wholesome and Lord Julian, and 4 or 5 lengths to Star Tryst. Down by the 300 the first time. And here the leader still is Royal Ravelli, about a length to Trade Line, pulling very hard. Half a length away then on the inside, Touch of an S, and 2 lengths to Rising Fear, who's settled well. A length and a half further back, Search Warrant pulling a bit from Peckham Guess. Behind it, Secret Diamond, then Mandator. On the outside, Lord Julian, Wholesome and Star Trist whipped them in. Out of the straight, 2,300 to go, and no change. Royal Ravelli about a length to Trade Line. He'll need to settle a bit better than that, and 3 parts of a length further back in third place, Royal Ravelli. 2 lengths Rising Fear being given the run of the race, and 2 lengths to Search Warrant. A half Peckham Guess up handy on the fence, 1 to Secret Diamond. Bit more pace on now. 3 lengths away, Lord Julian, Mandator. Another 3 to Wholesome, and a length and a half, Star Trist. They passed the 1,800. The leader here would be about 15, 20 lengths in front of the last horse, and the leader, of course, Royal Ravelli. Trade Line settled a little bit now in second place, a length and a half away. Still wants to go, though. About 4 lengths further back, then Touch of Finesse. 2 to Rising Fear. 1 length then to Search Warrant. It's pulled hard throughout. Peckham Guess on the rails from Secret Diamond. 2 or 3 lengths Lord Julian, and back behind it on the rails, Mandator, and a couple to Wholesome and Star Trist joins it. 1,400 out. Royal Ravelli about 3 or 4 lengths in front of Trade Line. Another 4 lengths further back, Touch of Finesse. 1 away, Rising Fear, and a length and a half to Secret Diamond, the grey, starting to make a run. They're followed by Peckham Guess being booted up on the inside of Search Warrant. 2 to Lord Julian, Mandator, Star Trist, and 2 to Wholesome with his ears scrubbed off. They go along to the 1,100, and the leader still Royal Ravelli. About 5 lengths to Trade Line. 1 away, Rising Fear, third. Then 3 parts of a length, Royal Ravelli, Secret Diamond. 1 to Peckham Guess looking for a rails run. There followed further back, Mandator, Search Warrant. Next, Lord Julian, Star Trist under the whip, and Wholesome. Past the 800, and the leader still is Royal Ravelli. 1 to Trade Line about to tackle him. Rising Fear's going with Trade Line on the outside. A length and a half further back, Touch of Finesse, Secret Diamond. They were followed then behind them, Peckham Guess taken to the outside. Round the turn, and Trade Line took the lead. A length to Rising Fear going up second. Here's Peckham Guess coming down the outside, but Trade Line got clear. Rising Fear hard ridden, a length and a half away from Peckham Guess. Then Lord Julian running on. They're after Trade Line now. Bobby Skelton starts to ride hard on Rising Fear. He tackles Trade Line, and Peckham Guess comes at them. Then Mandator. Peckham Guess went up to make a line of 3 and might be doing better. Rising Fear's fighting back. Peckham Guess a half length, now a length in front. It's going to win. And Peckham Guess draws away to win a little over a length, or maybe a length on the line, Rising Fear. A neck to Trade Line third. 2 lengths to Mandator fourth. They were followed further back in the field then by Wholesome, Touch of Finesse, Lord Julian, Secret Diamond. A long break to Star Trist. Royal Ravelli did a good job as pacemaker, and Search Warrant was last to finish.
Young Craig Denholm aboard Peckham Guess at 4s from the equal favourites Rising Fear and Trade Line, 2 to 1 each of 2. The Royal Hong Kong Jockey Club Plate, race 5, and here the popular pick Caledonian Boy at 5 to 2.
Ready and racing, and they've jumped away well. Beagle Bay, Marsh and Son dropped out to the rear with Carb. Touch of Genius from Caledonian Boy, the best to get going. Close Conflict, and going around them, Gorilla. Dowie about 5th from Man Hours. Then Bullion Broker, and on the outside, Celso. A length to Jewel Planet. They were followed by Gold Deck, and then Beagle Bay at the head of the others from Ben Farrer's Carb, and tailed off Marsh and Son. At the 1,000, Touch of Genius, a length to Gorilla. 1 to Caledonian Boy on the inside, and a half to Dowie. 2 lengths further back, Bullion Broker, Close Conflict, Celso 3 deep. A length and a half, Man Hours. 3 parts to Jewel Planet, who hasn't got back so far today, and they were followed then by Beagle Bay. 2 to Gold Deck, Ben Farris, Carb and Marsh and Son. 600 out on the corner, Touch of Genius. 3 parts Gorilla, who's pulling. Caledonian Boy tucked in on the fence, a half to Dowie, about to go 3 deep. Then Man Hours looking for a split from Close Conflict, Celso, Jewel Planet to the outside. In the straight, Touch of Genius led about 3 parts Gorilla, now hard ridden. Caledonian Boy well and truly pocketed. Dowie on the outside under the whip. Caledonian Boy trying to get out, and then Bullion Broker, Man Hours, and Jewel Planet under the whip. Gorilla took the lead. Struggling a little bit now is Dowie. Trying to get out is Man Hours, Jewel Planet, and Bullion Broker. Bullion Broker letting go with Jewel Planet, a race to the lead. Bullion Broker just in front. Jewel Planet pegging it back, won't make it. Bullion Broker's won it, a nose to Jewel Planet. Half a length to Man Hours third. Gorilla was fourth. Dowie and Caledonian Planet both disappointing. Then Celso. Next in the field is Gold Deck, Ben Farris, Beagle Bay, Touch of Genius, Carb, Close Conflict and Marsh and Son.
And Bullion Broker at 12 to 1. The old 7-year-old from Dual Planet 11 to 4. Man Hours 8 to 1. Caledonian Boy the favourite at 5 to 2. The Witty Handicap was race 6 and True Beauty was the favourite at 11 to 4.
And away they go. Caught them reasonably well. Fresh Planet might have been a little bit slow to get going. And when they settle down into stride now, and one of the leaders over on the inside is Feather the Nest. Cropley Road's gone into second placing early. Bonnie Banks is up there looking for the lead at this stage, and English Charm trapped about 5 wide with Happy View, Spasm, Inchidoni. True Beauty the rails from Happy Fighter, and they were followed a little back by Honora Elvira, and behind them Reputable Miss. Show 'em Sadie is further back in the field with Star Marceau and Fresh Planet towards the rear when they settle down into stride now, and going towards the 1600 metre mark. Phil's Belief is back at the rear. Now, English Charm took over, led about 4 lengths at this stage to Happy View. 1.5 lengths, Happy Fighter 3 deep. It's running around the outside of Feather the Nest, and in the centre, Cropley Road, 1.5 lengths, Inchidoni. They were followed by Bonnie Banks, the outside of Spasm, 1 length, Reputable Miss, True Beauty on the rails. Then on Elvira, about 1.5 lengths further back in the field then. Show 'em Sadie getting up along the inside and starting to make a little bit of ground. Friar's Delight switched to the outside of that pack of horses, and well back is Star Marceau, and Show 'em Sadie got a check, dropped back to the rear with Phil's Belief. Past the 800 they race English Charm, only 1 length in front of Happy View, going up to tackle it now. Happy Fighter 3 deep, 1.5 lengths, Cropley Road. It's being niggled at, and they were followed further back in the field behind them by Feather the Nest as they pack up on the corner. Wider out, Friar's Delight's putting in a big run, and then came Spasm, True Beauty under the whip, and further back Bonnie Banks and Phil's Belief. In the straight, English Charm found its second win, kicked about 2 in front. Friar's Delight starting to run on well from Happy View. Happy Fighter's well gone. They were followed then by Cropley Road under the whip. True Beauty trying to bullock out, and Honora Elvira coming with a strong run from a long way back. With 200 to go now, and Friar's Delight got to the lead. Honora Elvira and True Beauty out after it on the outside. True Beauty flying out after Friar's Delight, who hangs in. True Beauty grabs it and wins. True Beauty's got up the win from Friar's Delight on Honora Elvira. They're followed by Happy View 4th. Behind them, Show 'em Sadie, a decent sort of a run. Next in the field, behind those horses on the outside, would be Phil's Belief. They were followed by Star Marceau in that pack. And also up there was Feather the Nest, and Bonnie Banks was back behind them with Spasm. It was well back in the field towards the rear. English Charm stopping rather badly over the concluding stages, and Cropley Road beat about half a dozen home.
Second favourite for the day, True Beauty 11 to 4, Friar's Delight 12s, and Honora Elvira at 12 to 1. Race 7 was the Bradfield Handicap. Last leg of the quadrilla, Cameronic started favourite at 5 to 2.
Field is ready, light goes on, and away they go at the first attempt. Worn Slow was one of the last to get going. Bronze Knight Cameronic bounced out in front of Silver Shark, and getting away well, Benefactor. Kiskin going fast around them from Tim's Gambler, around the Tan Amaru Lad, and there followed a length Productivity. Over on the rails, World News, and then Materialistic, followed by Ruda Rivoli, Hunz's Ace, and 2 lengths to Warn. At the 1100, Cameronic in front and pulling a bit with his 57. 1.5 lengths here to Kiskin, going up second from Silver Shark. A length around the Tan, followed by Bronze Knight tucked in on the fence, and then Amaru Lad, 1 to Tim's Gambler. Benefactor on the rails next from Productivity. Hunz's Ace moving up in the centre. Warned to the outside, but very deep from Ruda Rivoli, and then World News, and last of all is Materialistic. On the corner, 600 out, about 8 across the track. Cameronic just in front of around the Tan, Kiskin, Amaru Lad, Productivity, Warned out wide. Hunz's Ace got a bit of a squeeze, and Benefactor behind them looking for a run with Ruda Rivoli. Cameronic bounced away at the 400, led 1.5 lengths to Kiskin, then around the Tan, followed by Warned on the outside from Silver Shark. Bronze Knight, Benefactor under the whip, doing nothing from Tim's Gambler. Cameronic still in front, he's kicked away again. Kiskin trying hard on the outside, but Cameronic hands and heels at 3/4 of a length in front. He's holding Kiskin near the line, and Cameronic's going to win about a 1/2 length Kiskin. 3 lengths to Bronze Knight, third from Silver Shark. Then Benefactor, followed further back by Tim's Gambler. Next would be around the Tan, and then World News, Warned, Hunz's Ace, Ruda Rivoli, well back Productivity, and there followed further back Materialistic and Amaru Lad.
Well, it certainly was a Highland fling in the last 3 races. Matthew Highland in race 6, Pat Highland in race 7 on Cameronic, 5 to 2 in favourite. Kiskin 16s and Bronze Knight at 7 to 1. And yet another Highland victory coming up in the last, the Allen Bell Handicap, where the favourite was I'm a Red Man at 9 to 4.
This is it, they're racing. Jumped away pretty well too. Dynasty Princess dropped out to last early in the race. High Country quickly went to the lead from All Smoke, I'm a Redmond, Cardinal and Keepers, a length to Inishmore. Flying Eskimo very deep, Illustrious Defence, Pure Shake, then Major Drive. 2 lengths to Dynasty Prince and now Catavo at the rear. Heading past the 1700 and High Country out by 3 lengths. Second is All Smoke, a length and a half. Illustrious, who's got up third on the inside from Keepers. 3 deep, Cardinal. A length further back, I'm a Redmond, who's about 4 deep. Inishmore is next, and then Pure Shake, Major Drive. 2 lengths, Flying Eskimo, Dynasty Prince and Catavo. At the 1400, High Country, 2.5 lengths, All Smoke pulling, a length and a half, Keepers. On the outside of it then in the all-white Cardinal, a length now to I'm a Redman, who's got on the track a little bit. 1 further back to Illustrious and a half length then to Inishmore, 2 to Pure Shake. A half to Major Drive, 1 to Flying Eskimo, Catavo and a length to Dynasty Prince. With 1100 to go and High Country still made play in front, about a length to All Smoke. 1.5 Keepers, and on the outside Cardinal and a length further back I'm a Red Man. 1.5 Inishmore covering Illustrious, about 2.5 to Major Drive. Dynasty Prince now taken to the outside 4 deep and going quickly. They were followed by Flying Eskimo, Catavo, and back towards the rear is Pure Shake. On the corner they've packed right up, coming to the 600, High Country in front. Tackled by Dynasty Prince from last up to join it with All Smoke, Cardinal. I'm a Red Man sitting behind them with Keepers, a length and a half further back in the race, then Major Drive. Flying Eskimo to the outside of those runners, and then Illustrious over on the fence. In the straight, All Smoke, High Country. I'm a Red Man's wending his way through. The kid's riding it beautifully. Illustrious is gone, and then Major Drive out wide. I'm a Red Man struggling to get to the leaders. He's got them now. Major Drive's going to be the danger, though. It's I'm a Red Man in front. Major Drive coming at him on the outside, coming home better. Major Drive's raced to I'm a Red Man, put his head in front, and Major Drive finishes too well for I'm a Red Man. Good run for third. Catavo's got up for third from Illustrious, Pure Shake. They were followed then by High Country, who stuck on fairly well from All Smoke. Then Cardinal well back with Keepers. Dynasty Prince has run third last. Back with him Flying Eskimo, and last of all Inishmore.
Well, it was good that Bill got excited for his last race on World of Sport Replay. Major Drive 13 to 4. I'm a Red Man 9 to 4 favourite. Cattivo at 12 to 1. Let's have a look at the doubles. The extra double at Flemington on 5 and 3, 18.55. Daily double 3 and 1, 43.70. And the quadrilla double 3, double 1, 791.90. In Sydney, the extra 1 and 11, 7.60. Daily double on 8 and 8 paid $15.60. The quadrilla 8, 8, 8 and 3, $178 even. The Adelaide extra 8 and 1, 25.75. Daily double 2 and 4, 17.25. The Brisbane daily 6 and 10, 34.50. The Moe extra double 1 and 2, 18.80. The daily double on 2 and 4, $36. And the quadrilla 2, 1, 4 and 2, $1,061.40. And we hope you're back to winning yesterday at Flemington. We'll be back with a look at greyhound racing in just a moment.
Over 2